So what happens is this. The consultant collaborates with the Environmental Assessment Board, chaired by the DOE, and develops and refines the environmental impact assessment approach. At the end of this process, of this collaboration, a document is produced, and that is called a terms of reference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the terms of reference is released to the public,
Mm-hmm.
and that starts the public consultation process. What's involved in this public consultation process? Well, I just mentioned the terms of reference are published, and a link to those terms will be placed on the DOE's website. And this has to be done for a period of 21 consecutive days.
Mm-hmm.
So notice of publication in a public meeting to hear all your views, hear all public's views, must be placed in the press on separate occasions, within 10 days of the publication of the terms of reference. So now the Environmental Assessment Board, chaired by the DOE, will arrange a public venue, so that the terms of reference can be presented to the public. So the public will be allowed to submit their comments at that meeting, or the public can submit their comments in writing to the Environmental Assessment Board, obviously care of the DOE, by email, by hand, or by post. You can actually go by hand and deliver it to the Office of Department of Environment.
Mm-hmm.
So the National Conservation Council can also provide comments at this time. So the next step is once we've had all the public's comments, so the public is encouraged to come to these meetings to write, to monitor developments. Once we have the public's comments, the Environmental Assessment Board, chaired by the DOE, will work with the NRA's consultant to ensure that all relevant comments are reflected in the terms of reference. And also NRA will respond to any comments received, right? The important thing is for full transparency. All responses to this process will be attached to the terms of reference. Once the terms of reference are finalized by the Environmental Assessment Board, chaired by the DOE, the EIA will then officially start. So Sandra, I say all this to say that while an impression might be given that somehow, the NRA is going to not pay attention to the public's comments, there's actually a built-in safeguard where the DOE is involved at every stage of the process. And the NCC Directive requires that a process be followed, and public consultation is mandatory. All your comments will be attached to the terms of reference. So I just want to clarify that NRA is operating on a full transparency. What Edward